you know, DOS. All I did with the stream was because I tried everything else. I tried downscaling. I tried changing bit rates. I tried the different codecs. I tried about everything, every video I watched, and I watched about 10 or 15 different videos on how to make your stream look good. None of it worked. You know what worked? You know what worked? I'll tell you what worked. What worked is that I was always the base camera's resolution for my monitor because I have a QHD. Yeah, I have a QHD monitor, so my monitor is 2K, right? And I was always doing 2560, 1440 in WoW, and my monitor's resolution was also 2560 by 1440. But I was always downscaling it or scaling it down to 1080p, right? So I just said screw it, and I just said I set the output scale resolution to the same resolution as the base. So yeah, and so now, you're basically looking at 2K resolution. You can go to 1440 on the resolution, and it just looks better in 1440, which is the native resolution of my monitor. But what's funny is, supposedly, when you downscale to a lower resolution, you're supposed to get better quality or less pixelation, but that's just not what I was getting. I kept getting, you know what I mean? I don't know. Supposedly when you downscale, you're supposed to get better. You're supposed to get less pixelation. You know what I mean? Like I even went all the way down to. I can't change it now. I can't change it now. But I even went down to 760. I went to way lower resolutions on the downscaling, and it's supposed to make it better, but it just did not. It was always really, really pixelated. So. I am going to try to. I'm going to do something it's going to freak people. No, you know what? I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I was going to try to get my Earth Root and get my Druid quest done, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just not do that. Yeah, it looks better now. If we go to the. Here, if we go here. I mean, now we're looking at what the stream should look like for everybody else, right? So kind of weird how it does that, but we're stream. But check this out. We finished my aquatic form quest. Ooh-wee. Now we're zoom. Now we're a really ugly vampire tiger, bear, seal thing. Because this is the ugliest looking. I don't know what. I mean, what person at Blizzard came up with this? You know what I mean? Ooh, man. You know what I mean? What person at Blizzard said, hey, let's make it look like this? Because this is like a vampire bat mixed with a tiger, mixed with a bear, mixed with a seal. So this is like a vampire, tiger, bat, seal. You know what I mean? It's so ugly. That's why they finally created the glyphs, and later on where you do glyphs. I always did the glyph that turned me into a killer whale. I always thought the killer whale was a pretty cool. Yeah, it's just weird, man. It's so ugly. And how many quests did I not do here? We got Merc Deep, Tharnian stuff. Man, there's quite a few quests here that we could probably do. Wow. We'll come back here when we hit 21 or 22 and maybe knock out some of these quests. I mean, some of them, especially the elite quest up here. This one, the Gyro Mass Retrieval, gives you underwater breathing potion, but we don't need that because we got aquatic form. I have Bandicam. You mean like a recording software? Like Fraps? I mean, I have Bandicam, so I can record like here. I also have Bandicut. No, I don't get any stutters. You're seeing me get stutters? No, I don't see any stutters on the stream, so... I mean, it's as smooth gets. So it's certainly not in-game. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, the cat, what's in here? Hold on a second. What's up, Babe? What is, yeah, I mean, Fraps? I've actually never even used Fraps before, so. But no, I don't see any stutters in the game, and I would probably notice if I was getting stutters because I'm pretty picky about that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, when I'm moving around, it's. Imbe, you see any like stutters on the stream? Everything feels really good. Well, I have Bandicam. I don't even know why. I think because I bought it a long time ago. I was using, because before I actually streamed, before I streamed, what I would do is I would actually record with Bandicam and just upload the videos. But that was a long time ago. Apparently, I was actually recording right there, and I didn't realize I was. Let's get rid of that shit. But I actually use Bandicam for some stuff. I mean, sometimes it's useful for certain things. I also have Bandicut, which allows me to just, do some manipulation of the videos and stuff. But yeah, I've never noticed any frame drops in the game. So, I don't know. It could just be you, Das. Yeah, it stutters. The shadow play? Cool. I am not noticing anything. So, I think you're just that guy. I mean, I honestly, I don't see any... Everything seems really smooth to me. And I've watched my stream, and I've watched my own streams before, and I've never really noticed anything. I mean, there were times when I had frame stutters in the past, and it was an add-on. One time, Questy was causing me to have frame stutters. And I went through, like, days trying to figure out what was causing frame stutters. And I'll tell you this right now, if you ever play WoW and you're getting frame stutters in game, first thing you need to do is disable all your add-ons. And if you're not getting any frame stutters after you disable your add-ons, then it's just one of your add-ons that's causing that. Questy would commonly cause that because Questy polls every so many seconds. It polls areas to update quests and stuff, and so it's, yeah. I should have been fishing. Yeah. Well, this is as good as I've been able to get it, so I'm pretty happy the way it looks right now. I mean, we got Das over here with his bionic eyes, sees everything. He's got this, like... Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to, I mean, you just got frame stutters. If you're just saying it's stuttering, it's stuttering. I think frame stutters covers a lot of, you know what I mean? But look, I mean, this is... I'm sorry, but this is super smooth. There's no stutters. Like, you have a stutter here, but that's just the game. Like, right here, there's a stutter. See that? But that's just the game. That has nothing to do with my computer. That's just something to do with WoW. Like, right there's a little pop there. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but... Like here, but that's just... Oh, that's just the collision. That's just the collision of the wall coming into frame is all that is. So... That just has to do with their, with the camera. 3D camera. That has to do with where they're actually placing the camera. Cyrus, go lay down. Let's see if we see any fishing pools over here. Any yet? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing any stutters, dude. Nothing that's not out of just the WoW itself. WoW is actually one of the smoother
Farewell.
one of the smoother games you can get, really, as far as how smooth the camera moves.
Well met. See you around.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, well, whatever it is, I don't see it. So, yeah, other than that, I mean, it could be doing it. I don't know. Maybe my eyes aren't as good at seeing it. I mean, do we have the ability to see FPS in here? We could, see, I don't know if we have that in here, do we? It says max foreground FPS, max background FPS. Maybe we... Oh, that's in the background. We don't care about that. Enable IP6. Well, you know me, I re-keybind almost everything, so. And that should be under miscellaneous, but I don't see anything. Tom frame rate display, here we go, 11. There. FPS 1560. Here it is. It could be a reshade. Oh, it's in reshade, you're saying? Yeah. Well, no, you can see the FPS is pretty much pegged at 60. Yeah, and reshade's saying the same thing. Look, 59 point is also 60. And there's your MS at 16. Yeah. Yeah, FPS looks pretty consistent. Yeah, I don't know why it's 60 actually, because if you look at the interface, if you look at the system, it said it was 100. You can see here it says max foreground is set. Oh, because here it's probably 60. Let's put it up to like 120. I don't know if see if it makes a difference. I think it's something to do. I don't know, something to do with the WoW client. Oh, that's probably what it is. You're right. Where's V-sync at? Because V-sync's gonna do that. Yep. Yeah. See. The problem is without vertical. See now, look, it's capped at whatever we're putting at, so we're like over 100. Yeah. I typically like V-sync. I actually like V-sync on. In my test, V-sync's better. Yeah. Without V-sync, I start to see some like, see, even right now I can see it. See without V-sync how when we were flying past these trees, see how the edges of the trees are shearing? See now we're getting like texture shearing. See that? As I'm flying by these trees, you'll see texture shearing. That's why I use V-sync. I always use V-sync. Now watch as we go by these trees. You're not getting the shearing. I mean, I've never not seen that. See how the trees that are not shearing is bad? Yeah, but you got to have V-sync. You got to have. I mean, for me, V-sync always is better. It just always looks better with V-sync on. Yeah. My monitor goes up to 144. My monitor will go up to a refresh rate of 144, but you don't need it, man. We don't even need it. It's like overkill. My monitor will do 144, but it's not really, you know what I mean? It's not necessary. No, well, you can see, look. Like, notice the trees, they don't, see how they're, like, smoother? The edges of them are smoother now? With the V-sync on? See, they're smoother. We don't see, like, kind of the jagged edges on these trees as we're flying by. See that? You see a huge difference? Yeah, I just don't think it's necessary for World of Warcraft. I mean, that's more like when you're doing stuff like FPS. No sight, come on. Yeah, oh, there's definitely a difference. As long as the stream looks good, and from what I'm hearing, outside of DOS saying there's maybe a slight, I don't know, glitch or something, outside of that, everybody said it looks really good. Yeah. Alright, we got to level, guys. I got enough of the video stuff. I've got to focus on leveling. We got to level. Yeah. You hit 60 already? Jesus. It's so easy, man. Leveling in retail is a joke.
Need help? Go with honor, friend.
All right. Hey, Das, thanks for stopping by, and I always appreciate the tips, and because I mean, if you wouldn't have talked about it, I probably would have still been streaming with that horrible pixelated shit. So, because no one was really complaining about it, you know, no one was saying, "Oh, it looks like shit." So, Das, are you going to be my stream? If you're an editor, maybe you can be my stream editor. Oh, I need to learn how to do editing. It's not. I'm sure I could do it. I'm just too lazy, dude. I'm so lazy. All right, what do we got to do here? Let's go ahead and knock out the. We need the great. Let's knock that out. The Red Ridge Mongols, and we got the lunch we got to turn in. All right, we're going stealth mode. Yeah, thanks, Das. I appreciate it. Level, what is it, 19? Ouch. I don't like Murlocs. Nice. We can talk about that. So I had a big, hey Imbe, I had one of my blowouts this morning. I drank too much coffee. Imbe, I drank 4 cups of coffee this morning, and I went off on the hardcore Discord because their stupid add-on. Hey Imbe, the add-on says that I'm no longer verified. It says fail, needs a mod. It says that only 87.2% of my time has been tracked. And I kind of went off. I was like, your add-on's broke, dude. What's wrong with your add-on? I go, I've never died in this character. I mean, I log in, I level the add-on, and you know what I mean? Oh, dude, I was so hyper. I was so hyper on coffee, man. And But the thing is, you know, I mean, I'm a software developer by trade. I mean, that's what I do, right? And so the reason I got mad, Einbei, was I'm like, so what they said was, well, has your client crashed? I said, yeah, my client crashed yesterday, right? I was like, yeah, my client crashed yesterday. I'm like, so what? Client crashes. What happens when the client crashes? The game shuts down, right? What happens when you restart the game? The game loads your add-ons, right? So when I restart the game, the hardcore add-on loaded. So where's the problem, right? Where's the problem? You know? I'm like, are you telling me that because the client crashed, that your add-on failed to, you know what I mean? I'm like, are you telling me because the client crashed, that when I started WoW up again, that the add-on didn't load? Because if that's the case, it's your add-on, not me, right? That's your problem. That's your problem, not my problem. I'm like, I'm a software developer, and I guarantee you if I wrote that add-on, I would account for the fact that the client might crash. I would make sure that there's code in there. I mean, to make sure that whatever's unresolved, whatever glitch needs to be, you know, fixed. Well, I don't have proof there because there was, well, I mean, I've streamed yesterday, like 3 times yesterday? But there was one time yesterday last night when I streamed for a couple hours and I wasn't streaming. I mean, I played for like a couple hours last night when I was watching a movie. Like from like 16 to 18 or something. You know what I mean? And the client crashed, and it was on stream though. I was on stream when the client crashed. And then I launched the game back. Actually, we could probably find it. But my point is, here's my point. If the client crashes, that's not my problem. I mean, we all know the WoW client crashes, especially like classic clients. They crash sometimes. I mean, I've streamed almost this whole entire leveling journey, right? And, you know, let's see how many hours, right? So during like, you know, one day, so 25 hours and 20 minutes. So I've streamed almost the entire 25 hours and 20 minutes. I think there were like 2 hours I didn't stream last night when I was watching a movie. And the clients crashed, I think, once during that time. But that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for WoW to crash. You know what I mean? But my point being, my point is this, right? So I go to the classic hardcore, and I had a lot of coffee in me, and I was kind of pissed that the add-on was basically saying I wasn't verified, right? So I went to the world chat, and I gave him a piece of my mind. I said, I said in caps, this is bullshit. I said, fix your damn add-on, bitch. But I put a smiley face. I was kind of kidding. You know, I got a smiley face there. I'm like, I'm just kind of kidding, right? I wasn't like trying to be really mean. And it says right here, fail, tracked 86% of the time. Then he said, this guy, and I'm sorry, but anybody with a profile picture with these douchebag sunglasses and this douchebag porn star beard, this guy's a fucking douchebag. I don't know who this guy is. I've seen him, you know, I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like a douchebag. And so he goes, that's not the add-on's fault. I go, I'm sure. I said, is there anyone if there is anyone who is trustworthy on leveling in hardcore, it's me. I go, so it's sad that this shit says it's not verified. It said the client crashed once yesterday, so I can only assume this is the issue. But all add-ons reload when you relaunch the game, so there you go. Add-on's fault. You know what I mean? So like if the client crashes, there is no reason that the hardcore add-on should not load when you start the game back up, because why wouldn't it? You know what I mean? So if you've written the code for that add-on, you're telling me that your client, if the client crashes, your add-on's not going to load the next time you launch the client? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. In what world does that make any sense? Like I said, I'm a software developer, and I guarantee you I would have coded for that. If the client crashes and there's some sort of weird, you know, fail state of the application or some sort of, I don't know. I don't even know why there would be a fail state. But it doesn't make sense to me that it wouldn't launch, right? Like all my other add-ons launched. You know what I mean? Like Guild Wars 2 add-on launched. You know, MSBT launched. This, you know, every other add-on I have when I started the client back up worked. So you're telling me because your add-on didn't work because the client crashed that it's my fault. That it's my fault? So I got a little bit pissed off. I'm like, in my book, it's your fault because you're a shitty programmer. You know, I'm not a shitty programmer. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna write code. It's gonna fucking work, right? You know. So, and I was fine with all of this. I was really fine with all this until this person comes in and said, when I said it's not a big deal really, I'm streaming most of the time. I said I'm the last here. I said it's not really a big deal. I said I'm streaming most of the time. I said I'm the last person who would cheat something like this. I said, look, I said, I'm the last person who would cheat in something like this, so it's insulting to see it say not verified. Smiley face. I'm just saying, because it is. It's insulting to me, the add-on's telling me I'm not verified, because I'm not the kind of person who cheats in this shit. So then this douchebag's got to come in and says, this is like people saying I would never cheat on my partner. And that's when I got triggered. This is, hey, this is what triggered me. And then I said, well, I'm not a douchebag, so I wouldn't. Would you? I said, your comment is like saying, hey, I'm a fucking moron. You know what I mean? Like, you saying this is admitting that you would cheat on girls. I mean, in my book, that's admitting that you would cheat on women. You're saying, this is like people saying I would never cheat. If you think that, then that thinks you think it's okay to cheat. And in my book, if you cheat, you're a douchebag. Because I don't do that kind of shit. I don't cheat on my partner. Because I'm not like that. Because I'm not a douchebag. So, boom, douchebag. And then this guy, the porn star looking douchebag, look at this porn star looking motherfucker. Then he comes in and says, based on what you have said, because I said, well, I'm not a douchebag. Based on what you have said and how you have said it today, I'm not so sure. Right? And at this point, I just said, unreal, grow up, and that's the last thing I said. I said, I'm done with these motherfuckers. Because they're just a bunch of idiots. You know what I mean? You see someone stole your name? But I mean, it's just, it's like, don't try to be a jerk. I mean, come on. Anyways, what do we got going on here? So we still need some whelp scales. But yeah, I got a little bit triggered by that douchebag saying, oh man, it's like saying you never cheat. Because right there, saying that comment admits to the fact that you either think it's okay to cheat or you think, or that you cheat. You know what I mean? It's just a bad look, man. It's a bad look.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Well, and I'm not going to be... Well, I was polite. I just told them to fix their fucking add-on. That, to me, that's being very polite. To me, that's very polite. Because I was joking. I was like, fix your fucking add-on. I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean. It just, maybe they thought it was mean, but I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just kind of joking. It's like, fix your damn add-on. You know what I mean? But the problem is, because I'm a software developer and because I understand how code works, I know that it's their add-on, that their stance that the add-on works, it's not the add-on's fault, is wrong. Their stance is 100% wrong. And that's why I got a little bit irritated, because I'm like, you're wrong. It is your fault. Because the WoW client crashed, your add-on did not properly handle its closing events. Right? So if an application crashes, you should have code that can somehow maintain its state properly, so that when the application starts again, you're able to pick up where you left off. So however you do that is up to you, but as a developer, you have to do that. You cannot just assume, oh, the client's never going to crash. Because as we know, the WoW client crashes pretty frequently. It's not uncommon. So that's, there's that. There's that. Yeah, wow. I had too much coffee, Inde. I had too much coffee in me. And don't start talking about soccer, because I don't give a rat's ass about soccer. You Europeans and your bullshit, boring-ass soccer. I don't give a shit about soccer. It's boring as fuck to watch. The worst part about soccer is how they flop all over the field, like, oh my god, you kicked my leg. They are such freaking actors, man. Soccer players are always complaining that, oh, you tripped me. I mean, there's actually real penalties and real times where they get hurt, and I understand that, but 80% of the time they're like, oh, oh my god, they flop worse than freaking LeBron James, and that's saying something, because LeBron James is like a flop artist, you know what I mean? I'm salty today, man. I am salty today. Yeah, I know. Europeans love their soccer, man. They love their soccer, man. I don't really know why they love it, but they do. I don't see the appeal. Hey, man, I'm half European, I guess. I mean, my father is Hungarian, right? So I'm 50% Hungarian, and my father loved soccer. He tried to get me to play soccer, and I was like, nah, that's okay, I'll pass. I was like, I'll pass. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably give you that. I don't know. I don't really watch baseball. Baseball is only fun if you're like here's the thing. Baseball is fun if you're at the ballpark. It's a sunny day. There's girls like in Chicago. You go to Wrigley Field, right? I've been to probably 100 games at Wrigley Field in Chicago, right? So you're sitting at Wrigley Field. You know what I mean? Well, I'm not saying, but see, you're missing the point. I'm not advocating for American sports. I'm just saying soccer's boring. I'm not advocating for like, oh, our sports are better. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying as a sport, I don't find soccer that appealing. Okay, I'm not advocating for like, oh, our sports are. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because I think, basketball is garbage. American basketball is garbage. It's all like one-on-one stupid. It's horrible. Now basketball, when Michael Jordan played, it was actually fun to watch because it was more team basketball. And it was team oriented. Not today. Today's basketball is garbage. American basketball right now is terrible. NFL football used to be fun, but not anymore. Even the NFL is kind of turning into a pretty shitty sport. So, honestly, my favorite sport to watch, you guys are going to laugh, my favorite sport to watch is tennis. That's because I was a big tennis player when I was a kid growing up. I was a huge tennis player. I played tennis like 4 to 6 hours a day, 4 to 6 hours a day every day. Like every single day I was on the court 4 to 6 hours. I was a huge tennis player. I don't know why I'm killing this condor because I don't need to kill condors. You guys got me riled. I'm still pissed off about that. I'm just riled right now. I was a really good tennis player. I won some tournaments when I was a kid. When I was young, I used to win. I won some tennis tournaments. But I was good in pretty much all the sports I played. But good as I could be, being only 5 foot, like 5'9". I'm not very tall, so it was tough to be like dominant. Like if I was like 6'2" or something, I would have probably been a phenomenal tennis player. But it's hard to, that serve is such a big part of tennis. Even so, I could still serve over 100 miles an hour though. I mean, I could still hit it over 100. I'm sure if I was 6'2" or something, I would have been able to hit it a lot harder.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, I couldn't dunk though. I didn't have that kind of jumping Dale. I wish. I could not dunk at 5'9". I could maybe if I was lucky touch the rim. That was about it, Yeah, I've got messed up knees now too. Both my knees are messed up. I completely severed my ACL on my right knee. So yeah, and then my left knee, I tore my ACL on my left knee, but it wasn't bad enough to require surgery. But my ACL on my right knee, I tore it, and then I eventually completely severed it, and they had to, do ACL reconstructive surgery on my right knee. I still don't have the spider meat. Damn.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ugh. Bear combat's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, bear combat's pretty boring. But I mean, you only have like one ability right now. It's just like just waiting for Maul, you know.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No, that's true. Actually, a really fun sport to watch, but most people probably have never really watched it, is racquetball. I was a big racquetball player too, and I was a really good racquetball player. In college, we had intramural racquetball leagues in college. They had the A, B, C, D leagues, and I won the B league 3 years in a row, and then I played in the A league, and I could beat everybody in the A league except for one guy, and I swear the guy could have been a professional racquetball player because he was just insanely good.
You can kiss
But
your ass
I
goodbye.
loved racquetball. But if you've ever watched racquetball, it's actually it's amazing, like what those guys can do on the court. Forget about the black bar, but it's true. But it's true. But it's true, Cerebrus. If you're looking at football and basketball, it's dominated by black athletes. It is, But part of that is because a lot of the black athletes grow up in poverty, and there's not, they figure their way out of poverty is to become a football player, to become a basketball player. You know what I mean? What are you saying? I bet you don't want to talk about sports? I'm not sure what I'm saying. Yes, I did see that, Ainbei, and that's actually really good news. But what I'm wondering, but it sounds like it's for retail. Wow. They just said World of Warcraft. They didn't specify, like, is it just World of Warcraft overall? Is it just like, Ainbei, is it just like some sort of glorified thing where they're like, well, maybe this will be good for PR, and maybe he'll come in and help a little bit, but he's probably not going to do a whole hell of a lot. I'm wondering to what length that is for, Because I thought Metzen had his own project he was working on. He's working on like a tabletop game, wasn't he? So, I think, Wouldn't it be cool if we got Classic Plus or something? I think it's a PR move. I hope you're right. I hope it is a step in to change stuff, hopefully in the right direction. But I do think it's a big PR move too. So. Yeah, he's just consulting. I saw that. He was like an advisor. I think it was a World of Warcraft advisor or something. Well, plus I think he really cared. I think Chris Chris is like me. And of course he's like me. You know why? Because my first name is Chris, right? So of course, right?
Kiss your ass goodbye.
But he's like me. You can tell. He loves RPGs. He loves tabletop. I guarantee he probably played Dungeons and Dragons when he was a kid. And I played D&D growing up, right? So I just feel like he's a fantasy nerd at heart, which is pretty much what I am. I'm also a fantasy nerd, so... Oh, did he? Yeah, I didn't even know that Steve was the guy who did it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Sarah. But they did spend a lot of money on Overwatch. But Overwatch was a good game. And when Overwatch came out, it was a really fun game. They just kind of, in typical Blizzard fashion, they started changing the game, and they didn't build enough into the game to prevent the toxicity that really existed in the ranked play. But I mean, how do you even stop that? I mean, how do you stop toxicity in like ranked play? I mean, you see it in League of Legends, you see it in Overwatch. Any game that has like a ranked league, you get these elitists that just are total jerks, you know? Like, how do you stop it, I guess, you know? Oh, was he creating art? Well, he did a lot of voice acting, too. He did a lot of voice acting for WoW, you know? Oh, did you point them all out, Einbei? All the cinematics? Man, did you? I don't, and I probably didn't watch them because I'm an idiot. Did you put it in general? You probably put it in WoW general. Was it a while ago? Yeah, this is pretty old. Yeah. Can we search by user? No. Oh, it was in. You purged your Discord. Yeah, I think that could be true. Those who are not successful on the top brackets are more toxic. Yeah, I think that's partially true. Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, no, yeah, you gotta. I agree with you, Cerebrus. You gotta respect the player best. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what we did get for lore, Cerebrus, and I never read them, but is they put out a lot of books. Instead of putting out like cinematics for lore, they put a lot of stuff like in books and shit. It's like, I don't know about you, but who goes out and buys World of Warcraft books? I certainly did not, and I'm not a big lore person. I like lore if it's presented well. I just don't think Blizzard did a great job of presenting it, you know? I've never thought they've done a good job of presenting the lore. Like Final Fantasy does a better job because they do these really interesting quests in the game that really teach you about the lore, and it's you know, it's good. You're like, oh, this is really cool. I mean, they present it to you in a way that you kind of want to pay attention to it. Well, Ainbei, you're the exception. I mean, you know a lot more about. Ainbei knows more about the lore than I'll ever know in World of Warcraft, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. I mean, again, I'm only playing World of Warcraft because it's the funnest game, right? It's the most fun game right now, MMO-wise. But I don't want to play WoW. Like, I don't want to be playing this. The only reason I play this is because I enjoy playing it. But I want to play something new. And I've wanted to play something new for years. I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I can't wait for WoW Cataclysm Classic. Although I am excited for, believe it or not, we talked about this yesterday. I'm more excited for WoW Cataclysm Classic than I was for Wrath of the Lich King because I don't remember Cataclysm that much, you know. So it would be so fresh to play it because like Wrath of the Lich King, I played enough of it when it originally came out that I remembered a lot of it. I didn't remember everything, but I remembered a lot of it. And then I played some on private servers up to a certain point, and there was just so much coverage of it. So I felt like, you know, it wasn't as fresh because there was so much about it. But going into Cataclysm, it'd be kind of cool because I mean, Cataclysm got a bad handshake just simply because people really loved Burning Crusade. They loved Wrath of the Lich King. So it's pretty tough to stand up to that standard of like, wow, you know, Wrath was really good. You know what I mean? And it came out, and it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good story-wise. That was the big thing. But it actually wasn't bad. I mean, the dungeons weren't that bad. The zones were pretty cool, you know?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh shit, I really did want to attack this out.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
That was an accidental, like, moonfire. I did not mean to moonfire that group. That was a fuck up. That's another reason why I don't like moonfire on my mouse wheel up, because sometimes I accidentally scroll that up by accident, and it's... That's the other thing, too, is...
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
That never happened in the original vanilla game, because if you mouse wheeled up, I don't think it wouldn't automatically target and cast the spell against somebody else. I don't believe it would. But in this version of the client, it auto, like, finds the nearest target and casts the spell. I don't think it did that in vanilla. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember it doing that. But that sucks because I just blew one of my healing potions that I never would have used in that scenario. So that kind of sucks. You love the Warbringers? I thought the Warbringers was really cool. You know, Iron Bay, that I love the Warbringers cinematic. Like that whole cinematic was just amazing. I thought that, remember, we talked about that, Iron Bay, like how I thought, wow, that cinematic is just awesome, you know. Yeah, it's targeting the nearest, which I don't like that. I don't want it to do that. Because I fat-fingered that, if you want to say. I mean, I've been thinking about changing that keybind, and I think I am because of hardcore. I mean, that could have got me killed. That little mistake right there could have got me killed. So I think we are going to have to change that keybind. Because that's happened about 4 times now to me, and I don't like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Moonfire shift mouse wheel up, and we're going to make Roots control mouse wheel down. I think it's this one. Yeah. So that'll take care of that problem. Hey kid, what's up? If I die, it's all over, man. It's all over. I mean, if I die, I can't. You know, that's the end of this character. You can't. If you die, you're done. Game over, basically. Yeah. Yeah, Cataclysm, the story wasn't that good, but I mean, the zones and stuff weren't really that bad. You know what I mean? There were things in Cata. I mean, Cata wasn't, like, horrible or anything. I don't know if I don't... I don't know if I can take 3 mobs. I probably can. You quit? Oh shit. You quit after 1 week of Kata? I liked Wrath of the Lich King the best in terms of story. I would say Vanilla. I liked Vanilla. The story in Vanilla I think is good. Some of the individual stories in Vanilla were good. And I liked Wrath of the Lich King. I really disliked Legion. I disliked Battle for Azeroth. I disliked... Shadowlands was the worst. Shadowlands in my mind is the worst expansion they've done. Like it's not even close. In my mind, it's not even close either. Yeah, I tried Shadowlands and I think I quit after 2 days. I played like 2 days of Shadowlands and I was like, oh, this is so bad. I just quit. And then I tried to come back several times. You remember watching me try to play Shadowlands, but I was just doing PvP. I wasn't really caring about the story. I never got through the Shadowlands. I never got through Shadowlands story. It was so bad. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor. Actually, Warlords of Draenor got a bad rap too. People talked about how bad that was, but I actually enjoyed Warlords of Draenor. I had quite a bit of fun playing Warlords of Draenor. I thought garrisons were fun. I mean, they were bad in that they made people just sit in their garrisons and play by themselves. They turned it into a single-player game. Garrisons did. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought Mist of Pandaria was like, I thought the story in Mist of Pandaria was pretty good. It was just I hated pandas. Like the idea of pandas was really stupid, but the story was pretty decent, and the dungeons were fun, and the crafting was really good. I thought the crafting was really good in Mist of Pandaria. The cooking and fishing I thought were cool. I thought I actually didn't. Legion was the one expansion that I don't even think I bought it. Like when it came out, I don't even think I bought it. I think I was so busy in some other game, I literally didn't buy it until like maybe like a month later or something. All other expansions I bought before they came out, but I think Legion I didn't. And then when I played Legion, I didn't like it. I didn't like Legion at all. I didn't like artifact powers. I don't like the borrowed systems, the borrowed power systems, the paralytic systems. I don't like them. So we need 5 more mongrels. I don't know how streamers stream for like 8-10 hours. Like whenever I stream and I start talking a lot to people in stream like you guys, I get tired, man. It's probably just because I'm old. I think that's the difference. You know, I'm 52 years old, so I get tired. Maybe it was all that coffee I had this morning. Yeah, I was drinking my drink right then. Don't run away. They're sacred animals and they couldn't harm them even in a video game, really? I didn't know that. Alright, Ironbay, I'll see you later, Ironbay. Lurk mode engaged. And Ironbay, I will take your advice in the future. I will be nice to everybody. I will be nice to everybody. I promise. I will not be mean. I promise. Yeah, there's a lot of class talents, that's for sure. I don't like how they did the talents as far as how they're tunneled. Like how the talents are like how you have to like pick certain talents to go down a certain path. I didn't like that. I liked how Rift did it better. Like there's a few talents that are linked, but not so many in WoW's talent systems. There's a lot of them are like linked down certain trees, which I'm not a big fan of. But other than that, the talents are certainly a big improvement over over what they had. Do you think I could take the 3 of these guys out? Where's my... Do I get rid of this healing push? No, I didn't. How much heals it? This is 280, 40, 50. What do we got here? We've got 16, 16, and a 16. Oof. How did I only pull one of them? Oh, they're shooting at me. They're like shooting at me. They're missing though. They're hitting me. They're not really doing much damage. Oh, that's because I still have my heals going.
kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, it was different than the China version. That's interesting.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, Everlook has a ton of Chinese players. What do you mean exodus of Chinese? They have a lot of Chinese players. That's for sure. Oh, it's just bones being removed. I keep forgetting I changed the keybind.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. Alright, we got Poacher.
Can we pull just one, or does it give me all three, I wonder? This gives me the one, that's good. Actually, all four. Sorry, there's four of them there. No. You mean like this? It's action cam. Because I use the action cam, which is built into the game. Here, I'll show you. See? It makes it easier to not, it actually makes it easier to play. It actually makes it easier for you guys to see the combat as well. I mean, you can take it off, right? So look at, so yeah, you basically just turn action cam, console action cam full, console action cam no head move, console action cam focus off. So I use this macro, and if I want, I can easily turn it off, right? We can create a macro to turn it off, right? So here, now this is normal, right? But it's just nicer with it on because it's just better for you guys watching the stream. You can get a nice view of the combat. It feels weird to play with it that way, but once you get used to it, and actually a lot of MMOs, Guild Wars 2 and other MMOs, actually do offset your character slightly. No, I don't think it has any effect on. It has no effect on me dying at all. But that's because I'm always looking around to make sure I know where plus I know that it just depends. I mean, I know the mob locations too, so it really has no effect on me dying. That's definitely not true. Because where your character is has, I mean, you have the same view, right? It doesn't matter where your character is. If I zoom in like this, you're still seeing the same things that are around you when you look, right? So where your character is really doesn't have any effect. Like, it's like here. It's moving the screen slightly, right? Like the screen is moving to the right. So yeah, maybe you don't have quite as much peripheral to the left, but like I said, you just look, man. Just literally turn your camera and look. If you die because of that, you're not paying attention to your surroundings. So. All right, we just need how many more mongrels? Like 2 or something? 1. We need 1 more mongrel. There you go. Well, that's 2 different things. Having your camera zoomed in is different than having your camera offset. There's a difference, all right? So that's 2 different things. Like zooming in, yeah, you're not going to see as well what's behind you. Honestly, I play with the camera zoomed in a lot just because I think it's better experience for people watching the stream. I think it's more fun to watch somebody streaming when you can see what's going on more clearly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, if I was worried about dying, which I'm really not, but if I was worried about dying and you wanted to be super safe, you probably would play more like this. Like if you were concerned with, I want to see what's around me. I mean, shit, if you really wanted to be concerned, you could do this, right? And actually, we could do it more than that, right? We have it. See. Max, but we can actually change the camera distance so I can actually zoom out further than this, but yeah, I don't have the macro on here, but this is not vanilla, but No, I'm just saying it doesn't have any effect on for me. Maybe for some people.
What
I
can I
don't.
do for you? Light bless you.
I'm not. I just don't want people to think that because you zoom in, you know what I mean. But like I said, it's two different things. Zooming is one thing, and having your camera offset is something different. But I'm not trying to argue with you. That doesn't. Well, I think there is. I don't know if you can do it on this one. I think you would have to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Sometimes you can go into your shortcut and do put in like /console on the exe when you run it, which actually enable console mode. But I don't think that's. I'm not sure if that's available for this one. So.
See you later. Hey there. Have a good one.
You need something? Safe travels.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I don't like about. Hey, Einbei, that's one thing I don't like about World of Warcraft. In general, my opinion on MMOs having add-ons is I'm against add-ons. In general, I'm against add-ons on MMOs. I think that MMOs should provide you with the necessary means to play the game, to be able to modify the client in a good way. So we looked at it earlier. Like if you go to Steam here. Every time I launch Steam, it's installing an update. I mean, Steam must update this thing like 20 times a day, right? Installing an update. I don't know if it's just a library update where they're just playing to add new information about different client games and stuff. You would think that stuff would be online and not built into your local. So I don't know. Whatever. It's a whole other conversation. Why is it going to this interface? Interesting. Yeah, Dale, if you change parameters to exe, it's possible they might be able to do like a /console at the end of it or something. But what I was going to say was that, I mean, if you look at Rifts, Rift's a game that came out, what, in was it 2011, maybe? Yeah, Rift has got an amazing UI. So to me, like, you don't need add-ons, right? Like, if you build the game correctly, you don't need add-ons. You go into Rift and you go edit layout. I mean, look at this. Look at the control you have, over your layout in Rift, right? I mean, this is pretty amazing, right? And this is a game, and look at all the settings. Active alpha, inactive, scale, combat fade, mouse focus fade. Look at all this shit. And that's 2011. Yeah, I was right. 2011, right? And so it's like you don't need... Like, to me, an MMO shouldn't require add-ons to allow you to set up your UI, to basically have an experience that's good enough for what you want to accomplish. I still love this game. I hope they never shut down the Rift servers because I'm a big fan of Rift. So. Oh, we didn't see my wings though. Maybe the game's not done loading yet. All the textures. So this is a game that came out in 2011. And you can see it looks pretty damn good. Great. I don't know why I'm getting this I'm getting the Vigils Chosen. I guess we get Christmas stuff. They stole this from World of Warcraft. Come on, look at that. Come on, I'm a bard, man. Any game that has like a bard, like bard style gameplay, any game that I can play music, like with a lute or something, is gonna get some brownie points, right? It's just like, yeah. Where's my Halo at? Do I have my? I don't know if I have my Halo. How does that? But Bay, do I get the Halo if I don't have the subscription anymore? How do we put the Halo on again? I can't remember. Wasn't that like a subscription thing? Or is that like a buff thing? I don't remember how to put the Halo on. I think it's a subscription thing. Yeah, it's a subscription. It's a Patreon. But I think it's when you're a patron, you know, when you subscribe to Rift, that's when I think you get the Halo, which is super cool. You put this little halo over your head, right? But I mean, come on, guys. Do I look like an archer? I mean, look at this, right? And of course, Rift has, you know, a dye system, so you can dye your gear and stuff. That's pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking, I think, archer outfit. You know. And look at those boots. Anyways, yeah. But anyways, what I was saying is that Rift has, you know, you don't need add-ons for Rift. Like, why would you need add-ons? Like, I mean, one of the biggest add-ons that people use is really damage meters. You know, which again, I'm not really a fan of damage meters. I understand why people use them, and I see the benefits of damage meters. But I think they add more. Armor too restrictive around the shoulders and elbows. But I think they cause more problems than they really help. So look, character activities being monitored. Well, apparently it's not always being monitored, you bastard.
What can I do for you?
You know what I mean?
Safe travels.
Apparently it's not always being monitored.
Have a good one. Need help? Be careful.
Yeah, I mean that's one of my biggest complaints with WoW is every time we start up a different client of WoW, we've got to configure all the add-ons. Every time they patch the client, then we've got to download the latest add-ons again to get the most recent one. It's really annoying. I've always really disliked that about World of Warcraft. I mean, some people love add-ons, but I'm like, why do I need add-ons? Final Fantasy, I don't need any add-ons. Rift, I don't need any add-ons. New World, I don't need any add-ons.
See you later.
You know? It's like, build your game such that it has the basic conveniences that the most MMO players want. And they shouldn't have to install add-ons. Like, freaking develop your game.
Need help?
To have the basic features that people want, you know, or just ask your player base. You know, do your beta tests or whatever. Do some polls. Ask people, you know, how many people, you know, get some feedback from the player base. You know, do you want a damage meter? Do you not? Whatever, you know. Yeah, it's there. I mean, there's good things with damage meters, but just personally myself, if someone said, "Do you want damage meters?" If someone gave me an option of having them or not having them, I would choose to probably not have them. You don't need a damage meter to calculate damage. I mean, you've got a combat log, like you can see the damage. I mean, it's more complicated. You got to take more time to figure it out, but that's kind of the beauty of it. I think people spending time to figure shit out is kind of cool, you know. Sai, you went out? All right, hold on a second, guys. I think the cat wants out. You went out, buddy? All right, come on. Perfect. Yeah. Read some books. Read some books, guy. Learn something. Learn how to scratch my carpet. Yeah, I don't really like quest helpers, but I don't really, it's... like I said, I would prefer there were no add-ons at all. Like, you know...
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can
No,
kiss your ass
but if you
goodbye.
didn't have any quest helpers... Okay, here's the thing, Dale. If you had no quest helper at all, people, guess what? They would have to read the quest. If there was no quest helper, no mini map helpers, if there was nothing in the game that, no like Black Desert arrows saying go this way, if you took that all away, guess what? People would have to read the quests. Imagine that. And then guess what? You could actually put lore in the quest and people would learn about the lore. You know what I mean? Yeah. So people may not like reading quests, but here's the thing. People have gotten so accustomed to so many conveniences in World of Warcraft. And I'm not going to say all MMOs, but I could say all MMOs. I probably should say all MMOs. But people have gotten so accustomed to all the convenience features of MMOs that they think that they need them, right? They think that it makes the game better. But I hold the stance. I stand on the I stand on the pedestal. I stand on a different track, I don't know how to say that. I'm of a different mind. I don't buy into that. I think that people would enjoy MMOs more. And anybody knows this. I don't read quests. I hate reading quests. But if you make me read the quest, I probably, in the end, would enjoy the game more if the quests discussed interesting stories, interesting lore, and they made the game more engaging. Because in the end, I want an MMO to be like what it was like when I played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, with the Dungeon Master spinning these grand tales, right? So if the quests are really well written, if the lore is built into those quests, if the stories are really engaging, I may not want to read them, but if I do read them and find that they're really good, I'm probably going to enjoy the game a lot more. And I'm pretty sure that I would. And so, I don't want quest markers. I don't want question marks. I don't want exclamation points. I don't want quest helpers. I don't want map helpers. I don't want anything that helps me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Legend of Stalvin is good. The whole Westfall quest line is really cool. Like, the whole Westfall, like, killing the final dude in Dead Mines. I mean, all that's really cool. But isn't it really interesting, like, how people have gotten so accustomed to all the quest helpers and stuff that they expect it in every MMO, and almost every MMO has it. And I think it's to the detriment of the genre. My God, I feel like killing mobs with this character takes forever. It's just like it takes a while. It's like, okay, cast this, bear form.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Wait for rage, wait. Okay, debuff, waiting for rage, wait. Okay, hit this button. It's very slow gameplay.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, that's a good point, Sarah. But it's like when the first MMO I played was Lineage 2, and the quests were like this in Lineage 2. It was like, hey, down south there's a guy, and this guy's got some information about such and such person. If you could find that guy, he may be able to give you the information you need. He's like kind of south, maybe past that statue down there. That was it. That was all you got. So you're just heading south trying to find some statue, and there's some guy that's like somewhere around this statue. And that was about it, I am about 3.3 bars away, but these are Guild Wars 2 bars. So if you translate to a World of Warcraft bars, that would be 6.6 bars away. So I'm about 67% into this level. Oh shit. I guess he didn't like me buffing that guy. Look at that. They did not like me buffing. Woo! Now I've got no mana. No mana! How come I don't have the quest to get the iron part pieces? I thought I would already have that. What do I have to do to get that? Is it finish this one first? You know what I mean? Like the pikes and all that? I don't know. I thought I would have had that quest already, but I don't have that quest. Maybe it's the lost. Maybe I need to do the lost tools first. What do you think? Maybe the lost tools opens it up? It shouldn't. Is it a chain? But what's it a chain off of? I don't want to kill these guys if I've got another. I thought we could kill the guys for this quest, plus do the iron pikes, or is it, or does that quest come after this one? You know what I mean? I can't remember. Maybe we should go get from one of the guards at the bridge. Okay, let's take a look. Well, then it might come off of this one. Ooh, I just love using aquatic form. Woohoo! Love using vampire, bat, bear, tiger form. Vampire, bat, bear, tiger, seal form. That's what it looks like. Well, this guy has a quest. Is it level based? Oh no, you blew your wad too soon there, Julian. Ah. All good. Miss. Miss.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
We died. He died. Is there a cooldown on aquatic form? Because it's like... Nope. Just global, yeah.
King's honor, friend.
I don't want
For
axe.
the Alliance.
I'm hoping that maybe the follow-up to the Lost Tools will give it.
Hey there.
Yes, that's what it is. See, now we can get both quests done at the same time. I hate killing those guys when I know there's another quest that also we can do at the same time. So that's good. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache, guys. Oh, I've been on the computer too much. Well, we're trying to get to level 20 here. We're very close. Very close indeed. People dying left and right. Healing wave, yay! Don't you there's always that sinking feeling in sick feeling in your stomach every time a mob starts to cast healing wave. You're like, ugh. Like this fight just got twice as long. Miss.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, you're right though. It was a guy by the bridge.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I know. They have huge heals, Like, and you're always like, oh, here comes this stupid heal, It's like,
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Man, people dying, people dropping like flies right now. Biff. Big damage. Big damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The satyrs, they're really annoying too. They're like, if you talk about like the most difficult mobs, the most challenging mobs in World of Warcraft, Demons, undead has got to be number one. I mean, high level undead are a pain. The debuffs they put on you are so vicious. Like combat speed, attack speed debuffs, mana draining debuffs, increased damage taken debuffs. They're horrible, you know? Freezing you in place. What's the one like freezing ghoul that puts you in a block of ice while he kicks your ass and you're sitting there in a block of ice? So I think undead are the scariest mobs. That's why playing a paladin is also really nice in vanilla, because you can handle a lot of those things as a paladin. Then the next thing has got to be demons, man. Like, I would say undead, demons, and then Naga are probably the most difficult. Hi, babe. Did I get packages? Oh, thank you. What? I got some monitor wipes. Nice, because these monitors are so dirty. And then I got my new USB hub that attaches to the back of the desk. Sweet. Sweet, we got this. I was surprised. And I got a, that's okay. Get this new USB hub. It's like a bracket. It basically looks like a metal bracket. Oh, this is so cool. And it just brackets to the back side of my desk. I can plug all my USB devices into it without the cables running across the desk. Nice. All right. Of course, Murlocs are tough, but Murlocs don't go. What's the highest level Murloc in vanilla? I mean, in Classic, it's only like what? Like, I'm trying to think what the highest, like 30? The ones over in South Shore are like 33, maybe? Are there higher level Murlocs than that? Maybe. Like, are there any Murlocs in Ashar? Because Ashar is Naga. I know there's no Murlocs higher than level 40. Pretty sure there's not. You gotta see, if you wiggle your butt, that increases your DPS. You gotta get a little bit of extra butt action going in there. That sounded just all wrong, didn't it? That sounded not right. I didn't mean for it to sound like that. All right. We got root.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Bitch slap. That's the bear slap. Bear slap. Yeah, I got mad today, man. I don't usually get that. Well, I get angry sometimes, but I got pissed off at those guys for. I think it's just because, like I said, I know programming, so for them to say that their add-on works, I'm like, well, technically it doesn't work. If it worked, it wouldn't say that my run is not valid, because my run is 100% valid because I've never died, and I've leveled just normally like anybody else. So, obviously your add-on doesn't work. Bastards. Okay, we're doing pretty good, right? We got One more brute, some mystics. Quite a few more mystics to kill. There's a mystic. Oh, thank God we can interrupt that damn heal. Feels good when you interrupt the heal. Hmm, 5 seconds on interrupt. I'm not gonna get it. Nope, we didn't get the interrupt. And get his damn lightning bolt. Another person dies. Ooh, big damage. Oh, we just crushed that guy. Sometimes my bear just really brings out the bear slap, and it does not feel good. Oh, and I missed. I missed the interrupt. The bear slap was a big whiff. Oh, big damage. Hi, Cyrus. I'm playing my game side. Good boy. Hey, there's a squirrel out there. Go look at that squirrel. See that squirrel? He's like, no. I just want to jump in your lap and interrupt your gameplay. No, Cyrus. Oh, miss.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Alright, what do we need? 2 pikes and 1 brute. Here's is the brute. Oh, Punisher. Dang. Alright, what do we need? 2 more packs. Alright. Big damage. Ooh, nice bracers. Ching. Take those. Butt waggle. Wiggle waggle something. Ooh, stun. This guy just won't die. Holy shit, level 36. Level 36 mage. Big damage. That was a big up. Level 36 mage. Ouch. It was just like... Oh, man. I would hate dying at my level, and I'm only level 19, and I'd be like, damn it. But at level 36, I'd be like, son of a... But his name was like Nudist or something, so I'm wondering if he was doing like the nude, like the... See, his name was Nude something. Yeah, Nading Nudist. Nading Nudist, so I have no idea if he was doing like the nude leveling without any gear. I have no idea. But... He hasn't left the guild yet, and we haven't seen him say anything. Oh, there. As I was porting out of the flats. It says he was porting out and he got killed. Out of the Shimmering Flats. How did he get killed porting out of the Shimmering Flats? As I was porting out of the flats. He said, I canceled my Storm port and started casting Ironforge port. And he stopped me with 0.1. It sounds like he was flagged PvP and somebody killed him. Yeah, said he was flagged.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
He said it was a fair fight. His pet did all the work, though. No guard. Just 1v1 on the flats. So apparently he was level 46. Oh, so Nading was doing a PvP run. He said he was trying to level to... I don't know. The people that try to level like PvP they're just crazy, right? So... Because, well, although on this server now, it actually probably isn't as hard. Because there's not that many people on the server. There aren't that many people on this server outside of hardcore characters, right? But still, trying to level 0 to 60 flag the entire time, hardcore is incredibly difficult. So here's the achievements, right? Here it is. Nudist. Complete the hardcore challenge naked, no armor, no amulets, no rings, and no trinkets. And then, where's the PvP one? It's got a name like Insane in the Membrane. I think it's Insane in the Membrane or something. Here it is. Complete the hardcore challenge while flagged for PvP for the entire run. This achievement can be done on any server. Dying to any players counts as a death. Insane in the Membrane. I mean, that's just. I mean, that's some hard shit trying to do that. You know, I'd give someone absolute mad respect if they were able to do that. Although, like I said, this server doesn't have many players on it anymore, so it'd be a lot easier doing it now. It'd be almost impossible doing it when these servers first launched. They were full of people. There's just no way. There's no way you could level to 60 without. I mean, you'd have to like find the most like remote places, grinding just mobs only, you know, to do it. Because if you go into any kind of crowded zone doing quests, you're gonna get killed. You're just gonna get killed.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh, why are you bashing? No. That was stupid. That was so stupid. Because now we can heal. Ugh. I just was mad and I wanted to slap him in the face, so I bashed him.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Like, no, I just wanted to stun the hell out of you.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Okay, finally. We are done with those 2 quests, I think. Yeah, but even then, you're not gonna, you know, you can only do 1 dungeon so long until, and actually you can't do that, Dale, because in hardcore you cannot do the same dungeon more than once, unless you solo it. And there's no way you're gonna be able to solo dungeons for XP, right? Because you wouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, that wouldn't work. You can only do each hardcore dungeon once, so that's not gonna work. You wouldn't be able to grind them. So you have to basically quest or just kill mobs. You know, that's the only way you can do it.
Greetings. See you around.
I supply only the finest goods. See you around.
Yeah, they only let you do each dungeon once.
How are you?
You must choose a reward.
See you around.
Ooh, we were so close. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I would never try to do it.
Can I help you?
I don't mind doing stuff that's hard, but that's
Be careful.
just a little bit too over the top, you know. Who did that? Him?
Hello. Safe travels. Hardcore WoW was actually the first MMORPG? What? Yeah, I was trolling when I said it's from Hardcore WoW. This is just... Oh. Okay, did we got rid of... No, we stopped skinning and mining. Okay, yeah, that's true. We don't... Black Wolf scales we can sell. There's another one. Level 18 rogue died. What you see, Sai? You see something? The cat sees something out the window. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, you can do dungeons on hardcore. I mean, hey Alexander, yeah, people do dungeons. It's not that. I mean, if you have people that are, that are comfortable with WoW and know their characters, it's not difficult but you have to be within the level range of the dungeons. So to do dungeons in hardcore, everybody has to be a hardcore player, and you have to be within the level range of the dungeon. But people are, they're not usually stupid, so they'll tend to be on the higher level range. Like if they're doing Dead Mines, they'll try to be like all level like 20s or. But you'll see like people doing it at like level 18 too, which I always think is a little risky because you're not going to have very good gear in hardcore because you can't use the auction house. You can't trade with other players, and so it's kind of tough. What is this, 25? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? There goes another one. Bilbo swaggin'. But yeah, it's I'm doing the solo challenge, although the hardcore add-on claims that not all of my activities have been monitored, so that's really, don't even get me going. I'm kind of pissed off about that. But yeah, I'm doing the solo challenge, so I'm not going to be doing any dungeons or anything. See, like, you can't even use the mailbox. See, it tells you hardcore mode is enabled, mailbox access is blocked. So, just to show you that you can't do that. Yeah, but the server's dead. Like, yeah, you go to the server, there's, like, nobody here. The only people on the server are hardcore characters. Every time you see a player, it's pretty much always a hardcore character, right?
King's honor, friend. Farewell.
Now, where's that quest? I have a quest to turn in here, don't I? Thought I did. Didn't I see a quest? Yeah, right here. Oh, it's all the way in the old town. Okay, cool. Yeah, so doing the challenge of like going all the way to 60 PvP would be a lot easier now because the server's pretty dead. Pretty much all the classic era servers are dead. Everybody's off playing Wrath of the Lich King, right? Or, see, look, another level 36 warrior. But like, here goes another one. But if you go into, like, this guild has currently 112 people online right now. And there's 520 people in this guild. And if you sort by, let's see. If you sort by last online, we have to go all the way down to here. Almost the very bottom of the guild list before we get to 2 days. So I'd say about 90% of the people in this guild have logged in within the past 24 hours. And there's 520 members. So, you've easily got like, about 500 people just in this guild alone that have logged in on the server within the last day or two. So yeah, this server is pretty much all hardcore players. I guess. Does it really matter? I mean, it is good in that it helps you can level faster because you're not fighting for other people, for the quest mobs. So that's for sure true,
Well met.
Booyah! 20!
Light bless you.
Thanks, Elch. Thank you. Yeah, there's no griefing, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, they could. I mean, there was like when Classic WoW first, when the hardcore first started on this server on Bloodsail Buccaneers, there was a lot of people that all they tried to do was come up with ways to kill hardcore players. So one of the things they did is they sat in Westfall and they would mind control the Harvest Watchers, because if a Horde character mind controls a Harvest Watcher and you hit that Harvest Watcher while it's mind controlled, you flag PvP. So they would just mind control Harvest Watcher. You would hit the Harvest Watcher and then they would kill you. And that happened quite a bit, you know. That was one of their favorite ways to. The other thing is you could basically like stealth next to a Flight Master, and if you have interact on left click turned on, you'd go to left click the Flight Master, and you would left click the stealth character, and you would attack them, and of course that would flag you PvP, and then they would kill you because they were like high level characters, right? Denied. But I screwed up when I was doing my talents, and I took 1 point in Furor because I'm an idiot, which I shouldn't have done. Otherwise, that talent point would have went into Feline Swiftness, but that's okay. We'll get it next level. Not a big deal. We're going to get Furor anyway. We just kind of gimped ourselves movement speed for 1 level.
What brings you here?
There you go. Cat form. 20 silver. Ooh! Moralizing Roar. Yeah, we want that. 20 silver. Mark of the Wild rank 3. Shit, do I even have Mark 2 on here? I guess I do. Oh man, these things are expensive. We definitely want Claw. We definitely want Rip. I don't know if we really need Prowl. I mean, I guess. What Mark? Starfire? Is this instant? Also, is this a channeled cast? Nah, we're probably not going to use that anytime. I don't think we're going to be using Starfire right away. Prowl could come in handy, but until we have like the backstab ability, which I don't think we have, Prowl's kind of useless. So I'm not going to bother with Prowl right now. Healing Touch rank 4 we definitely don't need yet. We'll need it eventually, but we don't need it right now. Hibernate, again, useful, but since we're not doing dungeons, like Prowling and Hibernate, you know.
Good luck, friend.
Let's go ahead and get Prowl. What the hell? There is a certain times where that may come in handy. But...
Till next we meet.
Okay. What we got? Feral Combat. So we've got what? Claw. That's our combo point build. And then Rip. Is that requires cat form? That's our finisher. So. I have no idea what keybind I usually use for that. Probably, actually, probably put it on. Probably just put it there. It's fine. And then Rip. What else do we get? We got Prowl. Roar. That's it. What else did we learn? Prowl rank 1. Mark of the Wild rank 3. And that form, yeah. About it. Well, we can put some spells. There's not a lot of spells we're going to need on here. We can do, we can do Healing Touch. I mean, that's like, if you look at my bear form, I've got Healing Touch here. We could do do this. But I mean, we don't really, I mean, it's nice to have them there for sure. Because it'll save us time, like you said. Definitely save us time. I don't know if I'd ever really use Hibernate that much. It doesn't seem to. It looks like the prowl bar is the same as just the regular cat bar. You know what I mean? Let's put prowl, though. Let's put it over here on... Nah. Let's put prowl here. We're going to move this here. Change these keybinds. And what we're going to do is we're going to... Action bar. Let's see. Okay, Shift R is going to be Shift C. This is going to be Shift R. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go where's 2 UI. We're going to go to Action Bar. And bottom right. Always. No. Yeah, well, they don't here. Because you see when I prowl here, it's the same, looks like the same bar. Oh, no. You know what? Let's do. You know what we're gonna do? Let's do this. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. Let us see if we can get a. Hmm. Which one do we like? I think what we're gonna do, we don't really. That's kind of an interesting one. Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's do. Let's just take the prow. We're gonna move it off of here. We're gonna put it. We're just gonna put it here, I guess. But these keybinds, the problem is these keybinds are the same. Like if I change the keybind, see, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I kind of want to see the cool. I want to see the cooldown. You know what I mean? I want to see like a weak aura that shows when Prowl's like, you know, I want to see the regular icon. So really, what we're tracking is what we could use. You know what? Let's try this. The hell? Come on, files. Yeah, tell me when it'll do exactly what I want it to do. I don't want to have to show a whole strip of buttons when I only want to track one cooldown. Yeah, bartender. Yeah, sure, bartender will do it. We don't really need. All I really need is the ability to track a few things. I'll show you. If tell me when is working, it'll do exactly what I want. So, because I've used tell me when before, and it'll be fine as long as it works in this version. I mean, that is the 1.143. That is November, so it should work. Let's take a look. Let's do this. We're gonna go tell me when. You can see a lot of these are showing out of date, but tell me when is not showing out of date. So we're actually loading a lot of add-ons that it's claiming are out of date, but they still seem to work. So kind of scary, to be honest. Oh, this is all, but let's just go to Shady Vale. But actually, tell me when was showing is not out of date, so we should be good. All right, so config mode. So what we're gonna do here, now I'll show you like, so let's go back into weak auras, and how do we disable these, right? We just turn these off, right? No? How do you disable weak auras anyway? Power visibility. There we go. Gotta click these. There we go. Okay. Nope, they're still there. All right, we're just gonna delete these because we don't really need these anyways. So we're just gonna say delete, yes, prowl, delete, Druid rogue prowl, delete. Okay, we don't need those. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to weak auras. No, sorry, tell me when. And we're gonna go to right click on this, and we're gonna go in. We've got a group, icon type enabled, custom texture. We want to go to group here, and rename this group. We're just gonna say 80 stealth, or what is it called? Prowl. Prowl. And all right. Okay, columns. We just want one. There we go. Got one. And we're gonna put this. what else do we got here? Exit config mode. Just 2, move. I just want to see what we got. So we got this. We're actually going to, that's fine. All right. Put this guy down here, about here. Make it a little bit bigger. All right. Icon type. Prowl. But, all right. And all right, now we want to do not ready. We're going to go about 40%. Get that centered, damn you. Is that centered? I think that's centered. Okay, so we're prowling. Now we're not prowling. Cool down. The ban one. And so now this just shows us when prowl is available. I don't really like where that's at though. So we're going to move that. We're just going to put it, again, we'll just put it over here. I like any of these places, it just looks like shit with this stupid... If this damn thing wasn't here, what is this thing? What is this? This is the switch bars or some shit? We don't even need that. Is there any way we can hide that? Let's see if we can get rid of that. Doesn't look like it. Oh, here. Switch power bars. We're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to go reload UI. Still there. Oh, display power bars. We want that. I thought it was switch. In my mind, I wanted it to be switch power bars, but it's not. Toggle pet pane, action bar, display power bars. I don't think they have it. Yeah. We're just gonna, we don't even care. I don't even care about this ability, to be honest. When am I ever gonna want to switch power bars? Seriously? Like, are you serious? Yeah, that's more like what I was trying to do. There, so now you can see when we're prowling, we can see the cooldown on prowl, right? So it's just kind of nice to know, you know, that it's in cooldown mode. Not a huge deal, but it's one of those things that if you want to prowl, it's nice to know that, you know, that you can. Like, now we can see that we can prowl. And actually what we should probably do is when it's not ready, we'll put it way down into like 15% or something, right? No. Not a huge deal, but It's nice to know when it's available. Level 3 warrior has died. Oh my god. Level 3 warrior! Wish there was a way to get over here without having to run all the way down here. It's showing CD either going in prowl and when you are going out. I think there's a switch for second and third bar. I'm not sure what you're saying. Normally there's a CD only when you get out of prowl. Yeah, so what it's showing... Yeah, I'm not sure. This is basically showing the CD probably when it's... I mean, this is probably an invalid counter here. It's just saying that, you know, that's... Yeah, that number there is inconsequential. It doesn't really mean anything. So it's basically saying if I was out of prowl right now, this is, you know... Once you come out, it's going to do the real countdown. So... Yeah, so the numbers when you're in prowl are kind of bogus. So, like this number here is kind of bogus, and we could get rid of that just simply by going, just by getting rid of it altogether. You know what I mean? Like if that's a concern, just do that. Right? Right now it's not there. Yeah, it's just a visual bug. So we can get rid of that just by getting rid of it. Like now it's gone entirely because we're in prowl. We don't care. And then we come out of prowl. Yeah, there's our cooldown for when we can go back in. So. But tell me when's nice because you can create just like one button icon if you want, or you can do like a whole bar of icons. You can put them into groups. You can name the groups. There's all kinds of stuff you can track. It's a really good add-on, and weak auras is good too. But there's sometimes when I want to do something so simple as this, just track the cooldown on an ability. Tell me when is just really simple to use. You know, easy to use. Because, like, sometimes if you're doing a lot, like, if you wanted to do a whole bars of abilities, like, then you're going to start seeing, like, if you go to groups, like, right now, the only group I have is this group. Like, see, we just have the Kitty Prowl group. But if I click here, I create a new profile group, that's a new strip of buttons. And then on that strip of buttons, you just go into, like, right now we have this group selected, the Kitty Prowl group. And in this group, we only have one button because we just have one column, but I could actually put a bunch of rows and a bunch of columns. You know, I could have a whole huge group, and that would just be this group. You know. So.
Need help? Be careful.
I used to use Tell Me When quite a bit back in the day. Like, I used to use it on my warrior, like when I was playing like Fury Warriors and stuff, when I was trying to track like, you know, just which abilities were, because there was like a certain rotation on the Fury Warrior, so I was trying to track like what it was basically like whack-a-mole. Like there were certain classes where it was like whack-a-mole. It's like when the ability's ready, use it. It wasn't like a strict like this ability, this ability, this ability. It was like when any of these three abilities are ready, any of them, use them. Now there's a priority, like one might be more important than another, but in general, if any of these skills are ready, use it. And so I would use Tell Me When just so that like I could just put a little group like right beneath my, like right off to the left of the character right here with 3 buttons on it. And I just knew like, okay, this is up, use it. This is up, use it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, you always use. Yes, I used Bartender once for like a couple hours, and I didn't. I was like, it just didn't look good. It's not aesthetically pleasing, like you said, so I didn't use it. I like the Guild Wars 2 UI.
Defiance.
Take down the Defiance Messenger. Yeah, oh yeah, it's very simplistic. Yep. It's been around forever, too. I mean, Bartes has been around since, what, like Burning Crusade or something? I don't know. It's been around a long time. Yeah, no, it's good. There's nothing wrong with Bartender. That was a pretty good jump right there. Did you see me like float across this column? See if we can do it again. Yeah. Okay, so we do need at some point to get to Darkshire. Actually, getting to Darkshire might not be a bad idea. Yeah, we're plenty high enough level to do Darkshire. So let's. I mean, we have some quests still here, but they're quests I don't really like doing. Like, you know, the Burlocks and stuff are really annoying. And some of these other quests are higher level. So now, like at level 20 is the time that I like to go to Darkshire and start doing some of these, like killing the. There's like the Spider quest, the Wolf's quest. There's some lower level ones we can do. And then once we get those out of the way, if we can get like to level 21 even, then at 21 we'll go ahead and do the Wetlands. The Wetlands we can do some quests. Try to get ourselves back to 22, and once we get to like 23 or something, then we'll get back to probably the... Maybe then we'll hit the... Yeah, then we'll hit Lakeshire again, then we'll go back to Darkshire. So let's see, let's go, Throw combo points on target. Why is that not working? I did not see combo points on target. What, did you die? You just died in Darkshire? You look at your wounds? Oh, sorry, man. That sucks. The Black Widow and the Black Ravager? Oh, well, the Black Widow, yeah, they have the slow. They'll slow you. Yeah, the dust, yep. Good old magic dust. I didn't see the combo points showing up, though, so I'm kind of... That normally works. I'm not seeing... Oh, no, it's up here. Well, I see it up here at the top, but I don't see it here. That's okay. We see it on the on neat plate, so that's fine. You're level 21, yeah. And I've tried doing like a warrior, man. Do a warrior, Brian. I've done a warrior to like level, I think 20. I had a 28 warrior die once. That's just, ugh. It's brutal because leveling a warrior is such a pain. Dying at like 28 on a warrior just really does not feel good. It's already being used. Oh, okay, whatever. That ore's glitched out. Let's... Yeah, I hate to do this. We're over here and grab the quest, then we're going to run all the way back here, grab the quest, then we're going to run to Darkshire, and then we're going to fly back to Westfall, then we're going to run back across. So we're going to go here, all the way to here, all the way to here, fly to Westfall, and come back to here. Gotta love it. I gotta admit it feels a lot better running around in kitty form than in bear form. You know, cat looks a lot nicer and animation's a lot nicer than that big ass lumbering bear. This is the highest quality tree in World of Warcraft. Look at that baby. Look at those pixelated limbs. Those are just, oh yeah, and they're like paper thin too. Look at the quality of this tree. It just blows my mind, man. Well, I leveled the warrior all the way to 60, Dale, and I did it solo all the way to 60. That's why I'm on the Classic Hardcore website. I got my character on there, but it certainly, I certainly was making a mistake. I died quite a few times. I died a lot on the warrior. It was because yeah, they do miss AoE. Yeah, that is true.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ooh, plus 40 energy. Ooh.
What can I do for you?
And then I lost all my energy. Kitty's nice because it's an energy bar, so you regenerate your energy much faster than like the bear generates rage, right? So you can actually get off your DPS a little bit quicker. But you take a lot more damage because you're a cat and not a bear. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to the... what can I get away with before I get myself into trouble because I'm not as tanky as the bear. So slash played is pretty slow. I'm at a total of 1 day, 3 hours. So total time played on this character is 27 hours. So it's very slow. Normally I would be leveling much faster, but you do. The bear is really slow. Actually, it's slow. Killing mobs with the bear. I mean, it's easy. It's not. It's like low risk, but it does take a while to kill stuff as bear, to be honest. And also, doing the class quests take up a little bit of time. I also took the time to swim all the way to Westfall when I was like level 7, I think. Which took about, literally like about 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes probably. We should start with 60 energy. Yeah, it kind of sucks that when you go into kitty form, but once we get natural shapeshifter online and Fuhrer online, it's gonna be pretty cool, all right? And actually, we're gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna basically get my feline swiftness, but once I get feline swiftness, I'm actually gonna go grab Fuhrer, and I might even go into this tree and go ahead and go down to get natural shapeshifter. I'm basically gonna rush. I'm gonna rush like natural shapeshifter and Fuhrer. in lieu of damage, just because I want to be able to like shapeshift like crazy and still have like energy and stuff. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, we're gonna grab natural shapeshifter, so reduces the mana cost of all shapeshifting by 10%. That's gonna be 30% reduction. Why not? At least I always like to do something different. I don't like to do the cookie cutter builds. The cookie cutter builds are gonna be like, oh, grab this, then grab maybe this, and you know, and get this, and then okay, grab that, then go over here, and you know, they're all like pretty similar. There's about 4 different Druid builds. I mean, since we don't have front shred, apparently I asked in the guild, and they said that front shredding doesn't work on this client, so which is I'm kind of happy about actually, because otherwise I'd be doing some stupid mouse wheel down, running inside mobs, you know, front shredding all the time, which would be kind of silly. Yeah, it looks amazing. Well, we don't have any rain right now. It'd look a lot more amazing if we had some rain. You know? Looks like we have a couple quests to turn in. I think one's the... yeah.
What can I do for you? Light bless you. Well met. For the Alliance.
How are you?
You need
Safe
something?
travels.
See you around.
Tons of weak trolls, blood elixirs to increase their output. You remember when in TBC they changed the energy recovery when your MP5 HP rate, energy recovery rate also changed. 40 to 60 elixirs per fight. Holy shit!
Need help? Light bless you.
And I don't really understand the mechanics of that, but how could you even keep that much in your bags? Hardcore kitties were drinking. That sounds insane.
Can I help you? Have a good one.
What are we doing on class 15? It doesn't work. Map doesn't even work.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Kitties do their thing. Oh, it's the same class of whole classic. Oh, for the target frames? I'm using neat plates. I'm using neat plates for target frames. Tidy, or well, neat plates is what they're called. Like here. So we're using Gather Mate, we're using the hardcore add-on for hardcore, we're using Leatrix maps, mixed scrolling battle text, we're using neat plates, this is our nameplates. Omni CC for cooldowns, Questy, Recount, Ring Menu, Tell Me When, which is just tracking my kitty stealth. Vendor price, weak auras, and the Guild Wars 2 add-on, Guild Wars 2 UI. Yeah, no problem. My bracket again. So this Try that again. Not enough mana. Okay, it's just out of mana.
You need something?
We do need gooey spider leg. Don't need. Spider meat. Don't need. How did I end up with so much tough condor meat?
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, we're power shifting, yeah. Just macros, you know, no big deal. But anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I'm getting kind of tired. Hang out with the wife before she goes to work tomorrow. But yeah, we're level 20. See how... Yeah, the gooey legs are needed, yeah. Yeah, I know. Gooey legs are needed. That's why I didn't sell them. But yeah, I'll be back. I'll probably... I don't know if I'll stream anymore tonight. I'm pretty tired. I might stream. If I do, it'll be later. Like right now, it's 6. So if I stream again tonight, it'd probably be like 10 o'clock or something. Hey, Chromo, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's always pretty chill here. But hey, Zelch. Yeah. We'll maybe I'll stream again later tonight. But 10, like I said, I do have after I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, I am off for like 10 days straight. So I will be streaming a lot during those days to try to see if we can get this Druid as far as we can before we die. Hopefully we won't die, but you never know. You never know. I mean, the one thing about hardcore is it's easy to get overconfident and feel like, oh, this is easy. You know, I'm a Druid. I got bear form. I got, you know, different ways to heal myself. But it only takes like one little simple mistake to get yourself killed, especially if you pull like a rare mob. If you're in a certain area where a rare mob paths around a lot, and sometimes a rare will just walk up behind you. You don't see them. It's like, holy shit, a rare is on me, and you know, something weird like that, you know. So doesn't take much to die. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Have a good night, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Peace out.